Hey you guys, what's going on? My name is Read the Writer. Okay, I was on TikTok, of course, right? Looking for news, looking for things to talk about. This article popped up on TikTok. Someone was discussing how there was a tourist who visited Rome, and he went to the Roman Colosseum, like the most popular, famous monument in the world, one of the most famous, popular ones in the world. When he was down there, he actually carved his name, his initial, him and his girlfriend's initials, on the Roman Colosseum. Yes. I'm not even playing. I wish this was a joke, but it's not a joke. I don't know what's going on this year. This year is really weird. I believe it was this year in the beginning. Do you guys remember when those eco activists who are trying to protect the planet, going green, those activists? And there was a video of them throwing a can of tomato soup or paint or something on the Mona Lisa, stuff like that.
Security.
It just seems like there's this weird trend where people want to deface famous monuments, famous art, these pieces that can never be replaced ever, that mean so much to not just people art enthusiasts, people who just enjoy studying other cultures and enjoy looking at monuments and these buildings that have been around for thousands of years. These people want to come by and ruin these things that can never be replaced. You can try to fix some things, but you can't replace something that's just unmeasurable, just the volume of it. I'm gonna show you guys this the video I found off of TikTok, and give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this. I'm a little bewildered just because it's just, you're so dumb. You're dumb. We're gonna talk about it, but how dumb do you have to be to write your name on a Colosseum? Out of everything, you could carve your name on a busted, I don't know, a lamppost. You could put your name on I don't know, maybe on a desk at school, something like that. You feel me? You can carve your name on a car, on a mailbox, something. Just, you shouldn't do that regardless. But of all the things that you wanted to put your name on, you put your name on the Roman Colosseum that's over 2,000 years old. Just watch the video.
The man who went viral for vandalizing Rome's Colosseum wall claims he didn't realize how old the monument was. The tourist, identified as 31-year-old Ivan Danilovich Dimitrov, wrote an apology in a local Roman newspaper addressing it to Rome's prosecuting office, the city's mayor, and the municipality of Rome. In the letter, he admits with deepest embarrassment that it was only after what regrettably happened that he learned of the monument's antiquity. Back in June, Dimitrov was caught on camera using his keys to etch his and his girlfriend's name onto one of the nearly 2,000-year-old bricks. Dimitrov went on to say he offered his heartfelt and sincere apologies to Italians and the entire world for the damage done to a monument which is in fact heritage of all humanity. Dimitrov could face 2 to 5 years in prison as well as a potential $16,000 fine for the vandalism. His lawyer is hoping for a plea bargain, which would include paying a fine but no jail time.
Idiot, right? Just idiot. Why go and pay to visit a different country? Because this tells me about you. If you're paying, let's say a ticket right now, you wanted to go to Rome, for example, or you're trying to go to France, you're paying upwards of $700, $800 for a plane ticket. Because inflation's crazy right now. Tickets cost a lot. You got to pay for your luggage in some instances, especially depending on which airline you're flying with. Like, they want to charge you for bags and stuff like that. But anywho, you're paying nearly $1,000 to get this plane ticket. You're paying, like, let's say $200 per day to be in this different part of the world. You have all the advantages. You can walk wherever you want. Maybe you don't speak the language, so people are going to be generally very nicer to you, just because, they know that you don't belong there, and they appreciate you wanting to be a part of their culture and to visit it and appreciate something that means as much to them as hopefully to you as well. So you do this. You go to Rome. You're visiting everywhere. You're looking at the mountains. I don't know if there's mountains in Rome, but you're looking at the water. You're trying gelato. You're trying food. You're eating pizza. Like, you're doing everything. Then you go to the Roman Colosseum, and you have this crazy idea. And you're a grown man, by the way. You're grown. You're past. You're past. You're old. You're old. You're a grown man. And you get this idea. Man, I got these keys in my pocket. You know what would be a good idea? I'm going to carve my name into the Roman Colosseum. So I will always remember me being here. And it's not a big deal. Come on now. Me carving my name into the Roman Colosseum on the side of the building. No one's gonna check. It's fine. It's good. People probably do this every single day. Like, it's what I have a girlfriend too. What we're dating and it's 2023. Let me put both our initials on this building and put the date and the stamp right there. Just right there. It's fine. I'm gonna carve it up high too, so no one will ever notice, but I'll remember. So if I ever visit Rome in maybe 10, 15 years when I'm older, hopefully wiser, I can come and tell my children, look kids, me and your mom's name. If I stay with her, me and your mom's name right there on the Roman Colosseum to remember forever. But yeah, idiot. I don't even know what to even say. You're an idiot. You're dumb. And before I kind of get deeper into this video, let me put my drink down. Drinking like some like Arizona like mango drink, but get deeper into this video. One thing you have to remember: your home is your home. Your home is where you're protected. You should feel you're at most safest. But the minute you leave your house, you have no idea who's watching you. We live in a time of virality. We live in a time of social media. People are filming themselves. People are filming you. People are filming like butterflies flying in the air, and maybe an image of you might be captured in that video. There's always a camera out and about, and you never know when, say, a situation happens and you're caught on that camera. They see an image of you and boom. Where was Jerry? Let me see. Scroll on social media. Hey, that guy wearing that blue shirt. That's Jerry. I've seen him. So easy. It's so easy to get caught on social media. It's too easy. And I give this like as a forewarning to anyone. If you want to be an idiot, and especially in broad daylight, like, man, like if I'm gonna commit a crime, I'm gonna do it when everyone's sleeping. Not saying I'm going to. Like, I'm smart. I'm very intelligent. I'm very good with like computers and stuff. I'm pretty sure I can get away with something. But if I'm going to commit a crime, I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it at night when people are sleeping. There's less people out and about, and I know I have a higher likelihood of getting away with whatever I'm committing. It's still probable that I'm going to get caught because there's cameras everywhere. There's always a camera, but I'm going to do it at night. But if you're going to be outside during the daytime, come on now, especially during a national monument to a country that is notorious for this building. People come to Rome to see a multitude of different things. But the Colosseum is one. Even I know that. And I've never visited Rome. I've never been there. I've never been to Italy. I've never been. But if you were to ask me, Rye, what do you think is in Rome? The first thing I'm going is Gladiators. Come on now. Gladiators. Who hasn't seen that movie? That's my favorite movie of all time. Like, I spent a whole summer watching that movie like every single day because I love Russell Crowe, and the acting in there was superb, and how it came, like, there's too many people in that movie. But I'm gonna say the Colosseum. That's just me off the dome. I didn't even have to see this video to even be like, the Colosseum is what I want to go see. This guy, broad daylight, goes to the Colosseum and writes his name out. Cameras. Of course there's a camera. Of course there's somebody walking around. And maybe this guy who was filming was vlogging his day, because that's what I would have done. And it's like, oh, what's this guy doing? And with his girlfriend right behind him. I'm going to get into this deeper. Right behind him. And boom, catches it on camera. Right? Like crazy. Broad daylight. The broadest of daylight, writing your name into stone that was clearly here before you. Clearly, like, come on now. You were in school. You're not dumb. I'm gonna read this article to you guys. It's the article is by The Guardian. The title is "Tourists from England." Come on now. Y'all are too smart. With your guys' accent, please. Tourists from England accused of carving name in Colosseum says he did not realize its age. Come on now, we're grown. Come on now. You're grown, I'm grown. A third grader understands, hey, I don't own that building. I'm not going to carve my name in that. Right? Kids understand certain things. You tell a little kid, hey, recycling is important. You see this can? Put it in the blue trash can. Boom. Everyone in first grade puts all the recycling in the blue trash can. Kids pick up quick. But you're grown. You're old, bro. You're old. Guys, if you want to read along with me, or you just want to see the article for yourself, because this is just, it's stupidity at its finest. The article is going to be down in the description box. And also, if you're going to be in the description box, I am an author. I'm smart, by the way. I don't carve my name into national monuments for kicks and giggles. Like, I don't do that. Like, that's dumb. Interested in some of my books, it's going to be in the description box down below. I write self-help books, like relationship, setting boundaries, stuff like that. If you want to check out my books, it's going to be down below. And I'll show you guys one of my books right here. Boom. I'm action author. I'm not even kidding for YouTube. I actually work. I do a multitude of different things, but one of my passions is writing and poetry and fiction and some other stuff. But yeah, check out my books on my website. My books are available on Amazon, Kobo, and Barnes and Noble. All right, let's get into this article. Its name is Ivan Dimitrov from Bristol. Never been there. I do want to go to England. I will be going. Apologizes to Rome mayor and says he was embarrassed to learn of the amphitheater's antiquity. You weren't embarrassed to carve your name into the Colosseum. You were not embarrassed. You were embarrassed because you got caught and you look like an idiot carving your name. And it's not that he just carved his name into the wall. Like, he could have just did it at face value, like right in front of him. It's the fact that it was premeditated. And he, as you see in the video, he was extending himself to carve his name and his girlfriend's name at a higher point in the brick. It was premeditated. He thought about this. He went out of his way to make it less noticeable. It's noticeable, but he did extra. So you know. No. I wouldn't even accept this apology because you don't care. If you cared, you would not have defaced something that didn't belong to you, belonged to a different country, and that meant so much to people. And you would not have paid all that money to have gone to Italy, to Rome, to have done such an egregious action. And you're grown. Come on. I'm sorry to get mad, but I just don't believe in going to a different country and defacing or humiliating or trashing a different country. Like, you have to, when you go places, even if it's in your own country or your own state, you have to remember that this earth is important. Remember that these things don't belong to you, and that it's a privilege to be somewhere, to be allowed into a different country, right? That Italy could have been like, you can't come here, and they could have denied access to him. But the fact that they gave him allowance to come into their country, and he does something like this, you're detestable. All right, I'm going to read the article. Tourist from England accused of defacing the Colosseum has said he was not aware of the age of the ancient monument. I'm going to pause right there. You knew how old this building was. Come on now, you're grown. We all know this. This building is older than you. Come on now. We've all learned about ancient Rome in school. Gladiators. Like, you know about this. But to me, reading this tells me that he did a cop-out. Right? Like, I'm grown enough. Maybe when I was a little girl, but right now in my grown whole age, I'm old enough to go, okay, I made a mistake. And yes, I failed in this area, and I can do better. Like, if I make a mistake at work or something, which I do sometimes, I'm not perfect, I immediately text or call my boss, and I tell him, like, hey, this happened, and it's my fault, and I made a mistake. And my manager is cool. He's like, okay, understandable. You know, you learn from it. Thank you for telling me. And we move forward, and you just move on. To me, it's a cop-out to say you're not aware, because you are aware. You just did not care. I would have respected him more, Ivan Dimitrov, if he just said, yes, I was dumb. That's all you needed to say. Yes, I was dumb, and I was immature, and I was childish, and I didn't use my brain. I did not think my actions through, and I decided upon myself to do this action. And also, his girlfriend needs to take accountability as well. You're with him. You're with him. That's your man. That's your man. Like, he put your name on this monument as well, and you watched. You didn't even tell him anything like that. And that's what baffles me even more about this video. How are you dating this person and you don't say anything? I view you as an accessory to the crime because you were there. And you being there and not stopping and not saying anything, you accessorized to what he was doing, his action. You know, that's why you gotta be careful about who you date. Like, you really do. You might think, oh, I'm just dating this person. Oh, kill someone. No! Why are you with this person? What are this person's actions? What's his behavior? What's his character? Clearly it's bad, right? But you knew this about him and you're dating him, so I look at him as wild, and I look at her as, you're just as wild. You're crazier than him because you're dating someone who's crazy, right? Like, what? It's like those prison shows where the chicks will date the guys who, you know, rob the bank or something. I'm not looking at the dude going, oh man, he's the problem. I look at the girls, I'm like, bruh, he robbed the whole bank. He held people at gunpoint. And you stayed, or you decided that's the one I want to date. That right there, you robbed the bank. What? You committed a murder. That's my type. What? Man, psychopath. Like, what's going on? Dimitrov. Ivan Dimitrov, a 27-year-old fitness instructor, lives in Bristol, wrote a letter of apology to the Rome mayor, Roberto, I can't pronounce the last name, I'm sorry, after allegedly engraving his and his girlfriend's names into the internal wall of a 2,000-year-old landmark with a key. Premeditated, a key. You thought about this. You thought about what's the best tool to use to carve my name into the building. Like, this is not an accident. You're grown. In the letter, Dimitrov who was traced by Italian police to England after a 5-day search, wrote that only now did he realize the seriousness of the deed committed. Okay, so they were searching for him. The video went viral, of course. That's how I came across it. They were searching for him, Dimitrov, for about 5 days. All over the news. I checked the sources, but yeah, they posted on the news, it was in the newspapers, it was all over social media. They were looking for him. So he evaded the police for 5 days. You know when people are searching for you. Come on. Do I have to give you all that face? Come on now. Let me give you a little duck lips. Evading the police for 5 days. And like I said, it's not just the boyfriend, it's the girlfriend too. Y'all both were evading the police. Y'all crazy. Through these lines, I would like to address my heartfelt and honest apologies to the Italians and to the whole world for the damage caused to an asset which, in fact, is the heritage of all humanity, he added in the letter published on Wednesday. He's only writing his letter because he got caught, and he's being pressured, I'm sure, by his attorney to appear apologetic, to appear very humble and appreciative, and it's a facade. It's only to help his case. So once he actually does go to trial, because he has to, they're going to give him hopefully a lighter sentence. And this is what he wrote. He wrote Ivan plus Haley. So he wrote his full name, 23, into the wall of the monument. So Dimitrov is being investigated for damaging a cultural heritage asset, and if convicted, faces a fine of $2,500 or $15,000, as well as a prison sentence of 2 to 5 years. His girlfriend Haley is not under investigation, although she could be considered an accessory, Italian media reported. And this is what the lawyer said. The boy is the prototype of the foreigner who frivolously believes that anything is allowed in Italy, even the type of act which in their own countries would be severely punished. Yeah, the lawyer's trying, and I give the lawyer like a bonus. I actually would tip him a little bit just for saying that. But let's keep this in mind. He's not a boy. You're 27 years old. You're a grown man. You're grown. You're in your 20s, but at that point, you're grown. Like after you hit about, I'm going to say like 10, you are fully aware. Your brain is still developing, but you still understand right from wrong. You were trained that point. Hopefully you had good parenting. Clearly not if you're putting you and your girlfriend's name into a Colosseum wall. Like, come on. But yeah, he's not a boy. And even if he's a foreigner, I don't care what country you're from. You can be from Japan, you can be from Mexico, you can be here from America. Canadians are very nice, but you can be from Canada. You know what's right and wrong. You knew that putting your name on this wall was wrong. Like I said, it's premeditated. You put it at a vantage point that most people could not see. I'm guesstimating that this young man, he has to maybe be 6 feet tall. He extended himself to put his name higher than him, so probably at a 6'5", point. Most people can't see that. I'm not that tall. I'm kind of tall. I'm about 5'7". Shoes on, I'm 5'9". Just tennis shoes, right? I'm not going to look up that high. I wouldn't notice it. But you did that purposely. You did that with intent. You're grown. You're not a boy. But yeah, everyone from every country knows not to do that. Right? So he just has to take accountability. And I would have respected him more if he owned up to what he did, took responsibility, and just, cut all the chit chat. And just said, yeah, I did it. It was me. That's what I would have done. Like, if I ever do something, I'm just going to just own up to it. Unless I didn't, then I'm going to court for sure. I'm getting my court time in. I'm wearing my suits. Like, I'm getting in there, but yeah, you're just, you don't. And the only way you're going to learn is through time. But you gotta think, guys, I want you guys to think about it like this. Now that this is like out and about, you put yourself out there, you carved your name onto this monument. You might think like, oh, this is the it of it. It's not. I'm a black chick. I'm a black girl, little black girl. I live way out here in California, near Fontana, small little town. Sure, none of y'all have ever heard of it. But this news article, this source hit me, right? In Fontana. This story is global. And whatever he's thinking, it's 10 times worse. Your name, your reputation will forever be plastered to this moment, to your stupidity, to your action. You're forever going to be tied to this moment for the rest of eternity. So wherever you apply to, whatever job, I know they said he was a fitness trainer. What building, what fitness center is going to want to host him after this? I wouldn't. For my reputation and for my building and for my company and for my brand, I don't want this man near me, right? Like, y'all got to think about your actions, like really think about this. I'm older, so I'm thinking about these things now. But who's going to hire him ever? Who's going to want this man near them? And think about it like this as well. When a job is trying to employ you, they look you up on social media. They want to know what you're doing. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. They go on your TikTok if they can find your name. Think about that. This man's face, first and last name, is on social media for life. For life. Wherever he goes, these videos will follow him. Him smirking, turning around smiling as he's being caught in a crime, in an action, forever. Now an employer is going to think, if I put him in my company, in my building, on my lot, on my property, he's going to do something dumb. Because he did it before. I'm not taking a chance on him. He's going to do something dumb. Because he did it before. It's proven. Like, we don't even have to do an equation on this. It's the math is mathing. Right? It's proven. Say about her social media. People are quick. People will find you. People already know where this man lives. They know his name. They know his job. They found videos of him on TikTok promoting his businesses, him doing fitness, him doing workouts. Done. His girlfriend, oof. You're tied to this? She's probably gonna break up with him. But now here's his punishment. His name, reputation. Those are things you can repair, but it's going to be hard because now your name is polluted. It's tainted. It's tied to this. It's hard to get over stereotypes, right? And it's hard to get over things you've done in your past. Your past always follows you, right? I think it was a J. Cole song. I can't remember the name of it. It's like, it was in the off season, but I believe it's the off season. Don't quote me on it. But it's like, in the line, I'm butchering it. I apologize. I'm sorry, J. Cole. But in the line says like, money fades, but your reputation doesn't. Like, it's true. Money comes and goes, but your reputation does not. And whatever you choose to do in this lifetime, that's cool. But you start doing too many dumb stuff, you start making a name for yourself, that reputation does not leave you. It follows you wherever you go. But this is going to be one of the hardest learning curves of his life. And hopefully he changes from this. Like, potentially you're going to be paying $2,500 to $15,000. That's a lot of money. Maybe not to a lot of people, but bro, $15K, that's a lot. Plus you're going to be serving 2 to 5 years of jail time. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't trying to go to no prison. I ain't trying to deal with that. I've been to a prison. I had a relative in a prison, and the whole experience of me walking to the building was, it was a somber experience. I felt like the presence of just like an energy of depression, of weight, of heaviness, of like regret. And that's what prison feels like. It's like, I don't even know what you guys would call it, principalities maybe, but there's a feeling of just heavy regret over prisons, right? And now you're going to be in that with people who've done worse crimes than what he's done. Now you're just going to be super exposed to that. And when you're alone, when you have to go through an experience in your life where you have to be alone, it is so humbling. And when you're facing your crimes, you're facing yourself, there's no one else around you except for you. And he's going to be doing that. He's going to be looking at himself in the mirror by himself. Because it's going to come to a point where people can't visit you every day in prison. People have lives. Life is going on. Life has to go on. But you're going to be in a prison cell for 2 to 5 years, potentially. Whatever your lawyer can help you out with. Hopefully 5 years to teach you a lesson. But we'll see. You know, there's always grace. But when you're in prison by yourself, come on now. Do you know how lonely that is? The depression you're going to be feeling, right? And for what? To put you and your girlfriend, y'all not even married. It's not even your wife. She could break up with him, which she might end up doing, you know, just to get away from him. But here you are in a lonely prison cell because you wrote your name and your girlfriend's name on a Roman Colosseum. Come on now. That's what I'm saying. I have to go hard on him, Dimitrov, just because it's just, you know. And I've social media already attacked him and went through. But yeah, just seeing the story. And I really just want to hear that, like, if you're going to go to a different country, respect the culture, respect the people, and just don't do stuff like that, you know? In the same month, another young woman went to the same Colosseum and carved her initial on the building. And I'm going to put in another video, like, attached to this one. But yeah, if you're going to go to a different country, just use your brain, have respect, pick up your trash, don't leave messes. Don't be bothersome to the people who actually live there and this is their culture. Respect people. Then you won't have to go to prison for stuff. Come on, right? And you knew, you're grown. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this. Read the article. Encourage you guys to keep reading. But yeah, read the article down below in the description box. But yeah, other than that, I just wanted to talk about this. I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, this is a read type of video. Let me hop on this, right? But yeah, other than that, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let this be a warning to any idiots out there to be respectful. You know, mind your business. Don't put your name on nothing. Just go home. If you want to do graffiti, do it at your own house, right? Just do it at your house.
Yet another tourist is caught on camera carving their name into the Roman Colosseum. This was caught on camera by a local tour guide. This is now the second time in less than a month that this has happened. She was seen scratching the letter N into the wall. This tourist is from Switzerland. The tour guide did report this to the World Heritage Site. Her parents are now being questioned by police. The parents are allegedly very biased, saying that she did nothing wrong. They could face a fine of 15,000 euros for this incident. If that wasn't bad enough, this comes just days after another tourist was caught carving their name into a 1,200-year-old temple. This temple is a World Heritage Site in Nara, Japan. The Canadian tourist was caught carving the name Julian into the wooden pillars. After being questioned by police, he said he was just bored and trying to pass time. These tourists were not detained, however, they still could face hefty fines. Police say there's still an ongoing investigation for both of these incidences. If trends like this continue, we just might lose access to these beautiful World Heritage Sites. If you have any plans on visiting any World Heritage Site or temples, please be respectful of it. These structures should always be preserved for future generations. Stay safe, stay informed, and follow me for the latest travel news.